persons who will be responsible for giving all the practical sessions and the overview will be the Zakierheicha. So I now request Zakierheicha to take the floor.
A very good morning to you all. Before we start with our presentation, I will just like to introduce my team. So this our project is headed by Mr. Durga Prasad Das. So he is our additional director. Then we have our national coordinator, Mr. Gaurav Khare. We have a zonal coordinator, Mr. Ravi Pandey. And then I am the state coordinator for the Northeast region. For every state, we have a representative. So before I start with my presentation, I'd like to know how many of us do we have a DigiLocker account? First of all, can you please raise your hand if you have a personal DigiLocker account? Okay, great. I can see that many of us we have a DigiLocker account. Because this project, everything is related with DigiLocker. So what is a DigiLocker? In simple term, DigiLocker is a digital wallet. So for every citizen, it's like a digital wallet where you can store all your digital documents. So DigiLocker is a flagship initiative by Ministry of Electronic and IT under Digital India program. So it's aimed at digital empowerment to every citizen. And one very important thing is whatever documents that you fetch from DigiLocker, it's legally at par with the original documents. So the original documents, hard copy and the soft copy that you fetch from DigiLocker are legally at par. So now, what are the benefits of DigiLocker? Benefits are you can fetch it anywhere, anytime. If you have a mobile app, you can fetch your documents. It's valid. It's valid and it's legally at par with the original documents. So anytime, anywhere, you can fetch your documents instead of getting your hard copy document. So that is one of the benefit. Like I said, legally at par with original documents, and even it's faster service delivery means government agency or the recruiter or the university for that matter, verification purpose is much faster than the all traditional paper process. It's much easier. You with the consent of the student, with the consent of your nodal person, you can verify your document just at one click. So it's much faster. Like I said, again the benefit is to reduce overhead. And its main purpose is to go paperless. And it's a real-time verification. That means, having said DigiLocker, we are a depository. So whenever you want to fetch your documents for example, your Aadhaar card, when you try to fetch your documents from DigiLocker, what we do is you put your credential, your data, everything, date of birth, name, everything. Your data will go to the UID team, Aadhaar center. They verify your documents, they give back the documents. So it's a real-time verification is happening. So that is one of the benefits. So what are the certificates in the life of a citizen? So from your birth certificate now till your death certificate, you can find all the documents in DigiLocker. You have all the documents. You have your certificate, caste, Aadhaar, driving license. Almost all the state integration is done with the driving and all. PAN, you have your income tax. You have your insurance. You have also a record of will. And then you have your death certificate. If you want to fetch your death certificate, even that is available on DigiLocker. So these are the e-governance ecosystem. So this is a DigiLocker. That is a depository in simple term. So academic bank of credit, it's that what we call is inability student mobility, flexible transfer of credit and transfer of credit can take place from academic bank of credit. Similarly, we have NAT, National Academic Depository, where you can fetch your academic award, degree, mark sheet, diploma, certificate and all. You find it from NAT. Portion tracker, you can keep a track of the growth of a child from portion tracker. Aadhaar, you have your UID, you have your health ID, you have your COVID certificate as well, PAN card as well, you have your caste certificate, and you have your driving you have your vehicle registration. So everything it's there in DigiLocker. So what is the ecosystem? How does it function, our DigiLocker? So in simple term, in our term, what we call is we have one issuer, we have one requester, and then we have citizen. So in our academic term, what we'll use is issuer can be our academic institution. For example, our own Mizoram University. Requester can be the bank, recruiter and all, agencies and all. Citizen can be our student. So as an issuer, what we are doing is we are preparing the data, we are uploading the data on NAT. It goes to DigiLocker since that is our depository, storage is there. The recruiter, what they'll do is they will send a request, and then with the consent of the student, because student needs to give the consent, then the verification purpose can be done from DigiLocker. So that is our function. Now we go to National Academic Depository. You can always visit the portal. That is the URL. So even NAT is an initiative by it's a flagship initiative by Ministry of Electronic and IT. Till date, we have 2,593 plus academic institutions. Those who have the issuing rights are registered on NAT. We have around 81 crore academic award on DigiLocker. So that is the stat as on that. These are some of the office notification and circular that has been issued by Ministry UGC and AICT for the implementation of NAT and ABC. So these are the benefit for academic institution. Why we need NAT? So the document that you are stored on NAT on DigiLocker, it's permanent and safe. There is no chance for duplicacy of academic award. Once the award is uploaded on DigiLocker, student can fetch it directly from DigiLocker. So there is no need to issue even the hard copy from the university. There is no requirement. Same thing, the documents that is issued from DigiLocker, you cannot modify the document. So fact or forged paper certificate, not possible. Verification, since the documents are verified by the university and the nodal person, it is legally at par. Administrative, again, it reduce overhead since it's a paperless. It also curtail means expedite the process of verification. Then again, it goes with digital transformation, secure documents get away, real-time verification. Again, it's the same thing. It's a real-time verification. Whenever you send a request, students send a request to fetch the award, automatically it goes to your depository from your university depository, fetch it from there. So it's a real-time. For student, anytime, anywhere, we have a mobile app as well. So you can fetch it, you can avail it anytime, anywhere, online and permanent. There is no risk since it's all online. There is worldwide acceptance. Now DigiLocker is accepted all over India and even abroad. Some countries they are accepting DigiLocker as well. Since the legal documents are treated as legally at par, so the authenticity is already there. And again, digital documents exchange can be done with the consent of the student. So this is the NAT DigiLocker process flow. So just for your awareness, this is the process how we upload the data on NAT. So academic institution, our institute, they visit the portal, they do the registration. Registration, authentication is done by DigiLocker. And then they upload the data as per our format. We have a specific format guideline. You follow the guideline, you upload the data. They verify the data and they publish the data. Once the data is published, you get the data on DigiLocker. And then student can access and can share the documents. So NAT is for the academic institution. So academic institution also have rights to issue any kind of award, diploma, mark sheet or certificate. Until unless you have any issuing rights, you cannot register on NAT. DigiLocker is citizen centric. Anybody can sign up for DigiLocker, can fetch documents, and then academic bank of credit is for the student, specifically for the student to accumulate the credits, to transfer the credits, or to redeem the credits. So this is just for you to understand, this is our landing page. Since all of you are affiliated to Mizoram University, you don't have to visit this portal. Registration is not required. This is just for your awareness. This is our portal. This is our dashboard. That's it. Nothing required. These are the guidelines that the nodal person needs to follow for preparing the data. We have a guideline. We have a specific guideline that you need to follow. How we prepare is, we need to prepare the data as per guideline, save the file in CSV format, convert it to zip, and then we upload it in our portal. So this is our portal. We upload it over here. So Academic Bank of Credit, you can always visit Academic Bank of Credit. The URL is already there, www.abc.gov.in. It was launched by our Honorable PM on the first anniversary of NEP 2020. So as mentioned in the National Education Policy, Academic Bank of Credit is a national level facility to promote flexibility of curriculum framework, provide academic mobility of student to appropriate credit transfer mechanism. So credit obtained during or after the academic session 2021 onwards, those who have taken admission from 2021 onwards are eligible for credit accumulation. So just last month there was a circulation from Ministry of Education. There was one guideline and as well as one deadline. So the deadline is 31st of December 2024 this year to upload all the data on Academic Bank of Credit. So that is the deadline that we need to comply. In simple term, we need to upload the mark sheet with the student credit with their ABC account. So now, earlier, the term was Academic Bank of Credit. But now, if you see, it's upper ID. But the term, just the labeling has been changed. Don't get confused. Labeling has been changed, but the function is same again. One nation, one student ID card. You have a 12 digit. That will be for all the students from the start of your academic career, from your high school till your postgraduate or your education career. Every record will be there in your ABC account. Everything, all the detail will be there. So what is the need of ABC? So you have like online courses now. Schemes like Swayam, you have Neptel, etc. You have online courses where students can go and take the courses. They earn the credits. They will earn the credits. They can give it to your respective university or institute for the relaxation. For example, if they have earned the credits, if they request for relaxation, it is upon the university to accept it or to deny the credits. They have the flexibility now, and they can also tailor their own courses as per the requirement. You can always you can always make a course as per the requirement of the student. You can modify or this will be put India like our respected VC. Sorry, earlier he has already mentioned. That is it. So like the other European credit system, ABC is also in part with the same policy, education policy. So these are the key features. You have multiple entry and multiple exit. A student can exit a course anytime, anywhere, anytime, but the duration is 7 years to redeem the credits. They have the 7 year. In that 7 years, if they want to leave the course in half, if they have completed 1 year, you have to give the student diploma. You will have to give a diploma, and then likewise he can always resume the course from where he has left. So that is one of the benefit. And as you see, there is academic account holder, credit verification, credit accumulation, and transfer of credits can be done from Academic Bank of Credit. So this is the process. ABC ID, student will create the ABC ID, 12-digit ABC ID. University or the coordinator, nodal person and all, you'll have to collect the data. And then you will have to prepare, while preparing the mark sheet, we have a format, you need to map with the student data. If you are doing manually, that's the only process. You need to do the mapping. Once the mapping is done, you upload the mark sheet semester wise. It needs to be uploaded semester wise. Your digital mark sheet will go to DigiLocker for you to fetch it from DigiLocker. Your credit will go to ABC account of the student. So even the credit and the digital can be fetched for student. Like you said, they can always choose their academic. They have the freedom to choose any course or any academic. They can redeem the credits, and the institute cannot keep the student in the course against their will. They have all the rights. If they want to leave the course, they can do it. So this is the same portal, NAT portal, where we have given the university the option to register. So first you need to register. This is where the registration will take place. And once the registration is done, once the documents are uploaded, from the student point, what they need to do is they need to create one DigiLocker account. So one thing is that DigiLocker account can be created without ABC ID now. Earlier it was mandatory. Now we have made it optional. So student can create their ABC DigiLocker account. But the one thing is that you can create your account, but unless you verify your Aadhaar, your DigiLocker account is of no use. You cannot fetch any documents. Then you can just view. You cannot fetch anything. You need to verify with your Aadhaar. So this is from the student point of view. What student can do is they need to go to digilocker.gov.in. They need to sign in. They need to provide their name as per Aadhaar. If they have an Aadhaar, they need to provide as per Aadhaar. Provide the detail. Set their PIN, 6-digit PIN, since we have a double authentication. PIN will be there, as well as you need to give the OTP. It's a double authentication. Once you log into your DigiLocker account, they need to go to browse documents. You go to education category. You select your university, your academic institute. Once you select, automatically if you want to fetch a degree, diploma, certificate or mark sheet, you need to give the credential, the required detail, roll number, registration or year. Once you provide, this is how your digital certificate would look like. So this is from the student point of view. Now, this is for us, since we are all affiliated to Mizoram University. We don't require to register a NAT and all, but the thing is, creation of ID. We need to assist our student in creating their ABC ID. Once the ID is created, we collect the ID, we give it to our parent body, Mizoram University, to upload the mark sheet with ABC ID. So, now there are multiple ways to create your ABC ID. One way is from DigiLocker. You go to search documents. In the education category, we have given Academic Bank of Credit. So Academic Bank of Credit, if you click Academic Bank of Credit, it will ask for your detail as per Aadhaar. So as per Aadhaar, you need to provide your detail. You get your fetch documents. This is how your ABC ID will look like. You have an ABC ID, your name, your date of birth, gender, and your 12-digit ID will be there. This is your ABC ID card. There are multiple ways to create upper ID. Academic Bank of ABC and upper ID is same. So we have our team. We have a ticket system as well for student. You can always visit our portal. We have a video conference support. So for that, you need to join our VC. That is 2:30 to 5:30, Monday to Friday. We have a support team. You can always join the VC. You just need to go to nat.digilocker.gov.in. There is the link. Everything is there. Just click join. Our team is there. If you need any help for creation of ID or regarding anything, DigiLocker, ABC or NAT, our teams are there to help you. You can always mail us as well if you. So these are the multiple ways to create ABC ID. One, earlier we have discussed DigiLocker. You create your ID through DigiLocker. Again, you can create your ID from Umang app as well. Umang app. You have an Umang app. You go to select education, and then you proceed with your ABC ID. Umang app. You go to ABC portal. You can create your ID. You have a service center, CSE. If there is any CSE nearby, you can go there. They can assist you for creating of ABC ID. You have API integration as well. So API integration, if you want, we can give it to you, the API. We have a documentation. You need to follow basic coding and all. Then we do the integration where you can create, verify using the API, our API. But one thing is common everywhere. That is, authentication will be done from DigiLocker. So everywhere you need to have one DigiLocker account. These are for API. So these are the guidelines that we follow. These are the basic guidelines that needs to be filled up in our CSV file to transfer of credit, for credit transfer and all, or accumulation. So this is how you can create your ABC account. Later on we'll go practical, but this is how a student can create their ID. So this, if you go to abc.gov.in, this is for the student. As a coordinator, you cannot do anything. This is student. They need to go to ABC. They go to ABC, they sign up as those students who don't want to share their ABC credential with you or other credential with you, you can always request them to go directly to abc.gov.in, sign in with their whatever credential, Aadhaar, PAN, driving, whatever it may be, they can do it themselves. You collect the ID, that's it, the 12 digit. So as a student, you go, automatically it will ask for your detail. Once you give the detail, this is how your ABC account would look like. The second one, this is for our parent body, Mizoram University. This is, because this is for NAT account, we have a utility. So this is bulk option. So at one go, there is a format, Aadhaar name, roll number, there is a format as per Aadhaar. As a coordinator, if you want, we can provide you the mandatory field. You collect the detail from all your students as per their format, and then you provide it to our nodal person. He can upload on their portal, and then automatically at one go, bulk uploading can be done. Bulk DigiLocker account, ABC account can be done at one go. So this is for the university, since they have the access to your NAT account. This is how they can create your ABC ID in bulk. So once the account credits are transferred, it will look in this manner. So your credits accumulation, breakdown of your subject-wise credit, everything will be reflected in that manner. So as an affiliating college, what we request is to spread awareness regarding creation of ABC ID and to notify the student to create the ID and to share the ID. That is just a brief presentation regarding the project and all, the process and all. Now what we can do is, since we have time, so this is our abc.gov portal. So where the student can go and create their ABC ID. We have not discussed regarding the uploading of data and preparation of data and publishing of data, because we will not be having the NAT account. So it's of no use, because we will not be uploading the data. Since your parent body, university, will be uploading the data on your behalf, it's of no use. So we have just gone through the project, the preparation, creation of ID, and the process, the ways to create the ID. So now what we can do is, since we have time, I think we can just go through the portal as well. So what we can do is, we can just go practically so that you will have a better understanding. Since we can create one ID, if you want, we can create ID. That is how we will be creating the ID. So you just need to go to abc.gov.in. Automatically it will ask you for this detail, that you need to provide your detail. So since I have already an account, I'll not be able to create the ID. So any one of you, if you can help me with your detail, anything, we can go through that one. If you can provide me with your driving, PAN. So as a coordinator, this will be our role. We need to assist the student to create the ID. That's it. Collect the ID, provide to our nodal person. They will do the work on our behalf.
registration of student details for
You have the
driving
OTP.
license. No, immediately we can call.
So instead of that, since sir has a driving license,
No,
we can create for him.
no, it is better to create for the students itself. They are ready to respond.
Where do you get the OTP?
No, we are able to call.
They have a DigiLocker account.
No.
You don't have a DigiLocker account, no?
Yes. Yes.
So this is how you can create your ABC account. This is from the student point of view. So this is how you need to, since you don't have a DigiLocker account, automatically you need to sign up for DigiLocker first. So sign up for DigiLocker, you need to provide your mobile number that is linked to your Aadhaar, because you need to provide the OTP as well. So if you can help me with the number, sir.
977 446
446
72
72
52.
52. So you just need to generate the OTP. You have the OTP.
No problem.
What we can do is there are lots of persons those who don't have DigiLocker account. We create that account because ID creation is totally fine.
It's already received. It's going to inform us.
Okay.
So 356 681.
You need to verify the OTP. Once the OTP is verified, automatically it will ask for the identity type. So you have PAN,
Driving license.
you have driving, you have Aadhaar. You just have to select the identity and then provide the detail of for that matter.
MZ05
MZ05
MZ05 20
20
23
23
00
00
00
00
248 248.
name
LAL HMA.
HMA
Yes, MG
NG
AI
yeah it's very hard
HA
H
space FA
FA
NAI.
very hard for
Date of birth
date of birth
07 10 12
year 710 2000
2004. Male.
so you just have to provide the detail as per your driving license or PAN card. Username same thing.
Yeah.
So we are creating this account. Your PIN, what should be the PIN?
We'll create the pin.
You'll have to, yes, we'll have to as well create the PIN as well.
0710.
You want to give 7010?
Yeah.
Just put 001 afterwards. Na? You'll have to provide 6-digit PIN for your DigiLocker account.
What will be?
00012. That will do.
12.
Same number. I'll do one thing. 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not taking it. 2 4 6 8 1 0. 2 4 6 8 1 0. Nah. Just have to confirm the PIN. 2 4 6 8 1 0. You need to give your consent. Once it's consent, you need to verify your documents.
Yes.
So now, okay, I got it. I think this is capital, right?
It should be.
It's capital, right? So the data that we provided is not matching with the driving license detail. So the system, okay, now we just try once. It's not matching. So there is some error. The detail did not match with your driving license record. So the driving license, I think the name or whatever it may be, it's not matching your date of birth or your name. Because this is very sensitive, what will happen is because of just one space and all, it will not accept. So what is happening is your data as you're providing, it goes to ISOL transport department, verify your documents. If the documents is 100% match, your ID will be created. We are not verifying your documents. As a partner, we are not verifying. Since your Department is already integrated with DigiLocker. Your documents are already there. It is just verifying the documents. It is not matching. So I think because of this issue, let's try again. So this is done. Your ID is already created. Your ID, ABC ID is created with your driving license. So if a student, if they don't want to share the PAN or Aadhaar for that matter, request them to create the ID with your driving license. So your DigiLocker account, your driving license is already created. So now automatically you'll have to provide type of institute. So you'll have to provide your detail. You can go with none as well, but we request to provide the admission year. That is more convenient. Admission year. If you provide the admission year, you'll have to select the institution from the drop down as well. So you just go Mizoram University. You select the Mizoram University, you provide your admission year in the drop down, whatever it is, 1 to 2000, and then once it can be modified later. So you just submit. So ID is created. This is your 12-digit ABC ID. That is it. If a student does not want to share the Aadhaar, because Aadhaar, I understand it's linked with all your bank account, everywhere is linked. So reluctant will be there, but we can always request them to create with your driving license. This is your ID. That's it. We create the ID. Your DigiLocker account, your ABC account is created. This is one way. The other way is you go to. The other way is, let me just show you. But this is for a university. This is for a university. So you'll have to, because you'll have to log in. Since we are affiliated with Mizoram University, we cannot register. So you'll have to log in. Just a minute. So it's taking to registration page, but I don't think it's required. And just a minute. It's taking to registration page. But one thing is that there is bulk option in that utility section. So if I'll request a nodal person if they can provide the required format to all the coordinator, and if they can collect the data as per that format, then verification can be done easily. Because if you request the student to create the ID, then all our coordinator, they'll have to collect the ID. Once it's collected, you need to again verify the student, that the student is from your college, your university. So it's a double work. You are doing double work. You collect the data, you verify the data, you're doing double work. So instead of that, if you can collect the data as per the required format, other format, you provide the data to our nodal person, he can upload on our NAT account. That means verification purpose is already done. you provide the data, and for those students who don't want to share the Aadhaar, they can create their from driving or PAN card for that matter. So this is the process to create the ID. So the basic, these are the basic ways to create the ID. Three main major ways: ABC, DigiLocker, and your NAT account. So this is how you can always create your ABC ID. The ID, it hardly takes 1 to 2 minutes to create the ID. If the if the details are correct, takes 1 2 minutes to create your ID. That's it. So the main purpose for this workshop is to request you all to create this ID, because the deadline is 31st December. Once you create the ID, then only the university person, they will be able to transfer the credit in your student account. Before that, uploading of mark sheet is of no use. Even if they upload, it's of no use. So we are requesting each and every one of you to kindly assist your student in creating the ID, collecting of ID, then providing the university, so that your student, even they can be, the credits can be transferred in the account. Creating of account is of no use if the credits is not there. Account is there, but if you're not transferring the money or withdrawing the money, it's of no use. So the whole purpose is to take you all on board to create the ABC ID for all our students as well. I think with this, I can end my presentation. If you want, we can go with the Q&A session directly, sir. I think that will be better, because I've given the brief about all the project and all. We can just continue. If we can, then we can directly go with the Q&A session if they have any challenges, if they are facing. Because I'm done with my presentation.
One with the driving license, with the PAN and Aadhaar also.
Okay.
Let's have this on.
So what we can do is, since we have time, I'll request many of earlier I've asked many of them that we have not created our DigiLocker account. So now what we can do is, if you can provide me with your detail, I can assist you with your DigiLocker ABC account. You can always create your ABC account. It's not only for the student. You can create your ABC account. Even I have an ABC account. If you want to do any course from distance learning, you can always earn the credits. So ABC, anybody can create your ABC account until unless the credits are there, is of no use. So for your own awareness and all, if you want to create your ID, you can help me with your detail. I can assist you in creating your ID so that you will get familiar with the whole process. Because data uploading is of no use now.
Yes.
If you want, can tell the data uploading,
Yeah,
but they'll get confused.
yeah, the main part is the creating the ID. So if
Main process, once they create the ID, we collect the ID. That is uploading, they cannot do it.
yes,
Publish, they cannot do it.
yeah,
So if you can get me one, and driving is already done.
just PAN.
PAN card, Aadhaar.
I'll just.
I didn't know.
Just a request to the all participants, if you have any PAN card or other, so we can just have a one more demo for the live registrations. If you can come up.
Sorry, I think. Let's have an interactive session. So, you have a PAN card, sir? PAN card? You want to do it PAN? So same thing with PAN card. If you want to create ABC account with PAN, again you'll have to go to abc.gov.in. So with PAN, driving, and Aadhaar, you can go to abc.gov.in, because from bulk there is no option for PAN and driving. So you just have to go to abc.gov.in. Once you start creating the ID, there will be a lot of challenges. So you'll have to select as a student. Once you select a student, you'll automatically ask for the KYC. Okay, this is for that student.
For students. That is for students.
That already done. Let's go to dashboard. So driving easily we can. Okay. Now you want to do it pen.
Yes.
Give me your pen. Okay, this is for that.
Yeah. Existing.
It's already created. I don't know why it's showing. Lockout, it's happening, right? Already lock. Yes, you can provide me. DigiLocker account is there, sir?
No.
There's no DigiLocker account.
Yes.
So let's try with PAN as well. You'll have to create one DigiLocker account first.
8258.
You'll have to provide the mobile number. It's
82.
82
58.
58
08.
08
89.
89 09. OTP.
Yeah.
You'll have to get the OTP. You have the OTP? Okay. Yes, sir.
This one.
349.
2.
Will be requiring that you have me with the. You'll have to select the type of documents. We'll go with PAN now. You'll have to provide the PAN detail.
BW. 10 details.
BW,
XP.
XP,
L.
L,
00.
00,
89.
89,
C.
C. That's it. Full name.
R. Full stop. I don't know whether it will be
No.
space. LAL.
LL,
RIN.
RIN,
FELAF.
FELA.
LA.
That is it. I need the date of birth. You have to provide the detail as per your PAN card.
Day 08.
Month. What is the month? August
08.
08. Year. 2005.
F.
Is it
Gender is
male or female?
Male.
Male. Username. You'll take the same name, ne? What will be the pin, sir? You'll have to set the pin as well for your DigiLocker. So this is the same pin that will be used to get access of your DigiLocker account.
Is it possible 080805?
No, double. That will not be possible. Double.
Double
112233. It's done. So
Is
the
it
pin is
possible?
112233.
112233.
So we will confirm the pin 112233. So one is done. You just need to give the consent.
Ay, kakakala mo.
Again, same thing. The detail is not matching with your PAN detail.
Ilo call tayo.
I think it's because of this. I think there's
No space.
Is it space?
Apan ka akain kiki space na umi amlo tika zot sin.
You want to?
Space.
No, it's not allowed.
Yeah.
R, but it needs to be 100%. Let's try it on. No issue. No, it's not matching, sir.
R without space, is it possible?
Let's try it without space. It needs to be 100% matched with your documents. Not match. I think it's because of the dot, na? It will not take.
No, he's going to audit it.
So this, your PAN detail needs to match 100%. Then only your ID will be created. There is some discrepancy over here because of name, date of birth, we never know. Date of birth is 08/08/2005. Is it correct, sir?
So, aptan akan namin injitan tayo taka.
WBXPL 0089C.
BW, no, BW should be,
Is it P?
BW is, instead of the BW,
Okay, there's mistake here. B W. There's the one.
Yeah.
Okay. My fault.
Typing user.
Username is already. I think student has already created the account.
DigiLocker account.
No, sir, account is
that's
already
already
exists.
promo.
Username already exists. Student has an account, right?
That means
Student has a DigiLocker account, right, sir?
DigiLocker account.
DigiLocker account, I think. DigiLocker account is there. I think student has a DigiLocker account.
He said that this one doesn't have DigiLocker account.
No, it's showing. System is showing. These details are already there in a DigiLocker.
I appen na match kana na itina ni ka kung details na match ken mo. Is it possible to enter another name with this that?
I have changed the name. Okay, similar name was there, so I made it. Okay, it's done. So same thing with your PAN as well. Once you verify with your PAN detail, your account is created. Similarly, it will ask for the detail for your institution. So here, one thing they can do is, if they go to none, ID is created. That's it, done. But we request our student to select the institute, so that your student detail will be there in our university dashboard. So we have a dashboard where you can see the list of all the students. So if we select, for example, if you provide the roll number or admission year is more convenient, new admission, you select that admission, you select that, we'll have to select our university, Mizoram University, admission year, it can be 21, 22, then you just submit. Your ID is created. Now your ID, it's already there in the university dashboard. We have an Excel over there, counting is going on. So once you create, selecting the university, your unique ID is already there in the dashboard. So verification, again, it's not required. So they can just collect the data, start uploading, your ABC ID will be activated. So this is how you can also create with your PAN card. The only problem is if you ask a student to create from abc.gov.in, they'll have to create it by themselves, because they'll have to create by themselves. Now, as a coordinator or person in charge, what you need to do is you need to get all of this unique ID. So you are collecting the data, you'll have to verify that this is your student studying in this year, this semester, this course. So you'll have to verify everything. That means you are doing in simple terms, you are doing double work. You are verifying again the student that this is our student, then you are sending to a university. For any reason, if there is any discrepancy, the university will send the detail back to you again. You'll have to verify again. So the process is a bit lengthy. So instead of that, we have a bulk option. Since I cannot log into my account, let me just try it here. If I can log into my portal, let me just try once. There is an error, 403 errors. So this is the process to create the ID. So if you want to discuss anything, or if you have any challenges that you are facing for creating of ID, if you want, we can discuss. Or data. So modification in a sense, this is not for us, but just for your awareness, again I'm telling you. So whatever data, mark sheet, degree certificate or diploma, uploading on NAT and all, it can always be modified. If the data are incorrect, you can modify the data, you can cancel the data, you can delete the data as well. So again, you just need to upload the correct data. So you have the option as well in DigiLocker. We are giving all the rights to you. You have all the rights because you are the one who is issuing the certificate and all. So you need to verify the documents as well. So we are as an institution. So that option is also there. Modification option is there. So apart from that, if you have any issue, because for us, we will be assisting for creating the ID only. Yes, ma'am. Microphone.
Around 14 of them have not created their ABC ID. Amongst this, like we have around 14 students who have not created their ABC ID. Amongst these 14, around 3 of them are Myanmar refugees without any documents. What do we do with them?
So, ma'am, for say foreign student, for that matter, foreign student, there is one option, but for that, student needs to stay in India for at least 182 days. If they stay in India for 182 days, you go to UID team, Aadhaar center and all. There is one option where you can get provisional Aadhaar. That is for some reason and all. Provisional Aadhaar you get. You can always use this provisional Aadhaar to create the ABC ID. Same thing we are doing it in Assam, NRC and all. We have requested them to go with this provisional Aadhaar.
Thank you so much. And due to religious matters, some students are also still do not have Aadhaar card, and some even do not have driving license too. So for them, again, I mean, PAN card is out of the option.
Yes, you need to verify.
So for them, what do we do?
So, ma'am, in simple term, I'll be very honest, without any document, you will not be able to create your ID. The thing is, we need to educate our student as well. So, I understand for religion reason and all, even our knowledge person, they have informed me regarding this issue. We have raised this issue, but the problem is, we don't have any alternatives. So, with Aadhaar only, we are doing the authentication. So, for religion reason, if you are not having the ABC ID in simple, the thing is, in our state, for example, it's totally fine, but a student, when he or she goes out of our state for further study, for job and all, now ABC is mandatory. If you go to Delhi University, Maharashtra University, in the admission form, they ask for ABC ID now, mandatory. Main reason is one nation, one student ID. And even the proposal is that now the scholarship, state you have scholarship, you have central scholarship, you have various scheme. Everything will be monitored through your ABC ID. So we'll need to educate our student the benefits of ABC ID. So if they are not creating the ID, simply they will be left behind in sim. So that will be my answer. Because without ID and all, you will not be able to create any ABC.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, what we can do is we can just continue. I think that will be much better. Yes, sir. Please. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, I tried creating ABC ID right now, but it does not allow any roll number containing special characters.
Yes, yes.
But that instruction has not been given to the institutes. You should not use any special characters, otherwise you will face problem. So if institutes are fetching the roll numbers without special characters, there might be little bit confusion for the students and for the institutions.
Yes, sir.
So I think the field checking should be a little bit more lenient, or otherwise we should instruct the institutes not to use any special characters which will not be accepted by the system. So there has to be some coordination.
So for that reason only, we request the university or the institute to go with the admission year. Because roll number, all the university academic institution, they have different format for roll number. So we cannot go with all the format. We don't have that. So we have a specific format for all the university. The whole purpose is for NAT, ABC, DigiLocker is to have one standardized format. Even the format, digital format, if you see, there is one standardized format for all the academic institution. That is the whole purpose. So if you start giving different roll number, different type of certificate, format structure and all, it will be very challenging for us to monitor all the templates, all the structuring in the back end. So that is
in fact, you are asking us to register ourselves and create our ABC ID, but we cannot create because of those roll numbers that we already had.
So
How do we handle those problems?
So for roll number, you can go with roll number. That's not an issue. But convenient is with admission. So either with none. If you select none, even then your ID will be created, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So one thing, I'll just make it clear. Creation of ID is one part, and then uploading of data, accumulation, transfer, it's again different phase. So for example, just to make it clear, for example, I've created ABC account. I went to portal, I selected Mizoram University from the drop down. My ABC account will be there in the Mizoram University list. My detail will be there. But until unless they transfer the credit in my account is of no use. So that way, you can, while registering, you can, if there is any issue with your roll number, admission year for that matter, select it none. Just select none, proceed, your ID is created. Creation is done, you give the ID to our university, they start uploading the credits for the student. In the credit itself, your university detail will be there. So, for example, in first, second semester, Mizoram University, third, fourth semester, other
Okay,
university.
sir. Linking of the ABC ID with our credits is the job of the university.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that will be done from our parent university. So since we don't have the portal, we don't have the access to the account, you will not be able to upload anything. So
Okay, thank you.
your role will be to assist the student to create the ID. If you have any suggestion as well, you can always share with us. Or yes, ma'am. Yes. I know it's a little bit boring this whole project and all, but I'll request all you to bear a little bit.
I don't think it's boring at all. This is, I think, our responsibility to take it forward for the student communities and for ourselves also. But then I have one issue. This ABC ID issue had been taken up, especially with the NEP introduction. Now, when we planned on taking up this ABC ID creation with the colleges, especially with the colleges and with the Mizoram University students also, the PG students, we faced a number of problems and issues regarding the religious sentiments, which my dear friend had already pointed out. And we had taken it up with the UGC, with the ministry also, and of course with your party also. And it was resolved, stating that Aadhaar is not required. So we went on ahead with the PAN card, with the driving licenses, with whatever valid documents that we had. Now the ABC ID part was resolved. So the student can upload everything. The college can now breathe a sigh of relief and saying, yes, the ABC ID has been created. But the whole issue of accessing and linking with the DigiLocker is again a failed issue again. Why? Because when you go to the DigiLocker, you still need the Aadhaar linkage. Now, how can we solve this? Because here, especially in Mizoram, we have these religious sentiments which absolutely say, no, we cannot go ahead and get these Aadhaar cards, nor PAN cards, nor bank accounts also. There are a number of students who even wish to drop out from their classes. We've had these examples and illustrations. So I think we really need to look into these practical issues. And India being a democratic nation, we cannot just say, no, your religious beliefs are nothing. Please go and educate yourself and go ahead with your Aadhaar. So, I think this is a very real-time issue that we have to address. I don't know whether you can give us the answer now, but then I think this is something we really need to look into.
Definitely, I have noted all your query. The thing is, ma'am, with Aadhaar, when we started this project and all, it was Aadhaar centric. To be very honest, everything was Aadhaar centric. You have Aadhaar, you have get access. That is our authentic partners, Aadhaar. With Aadhaar, we are verifying your identity. Now, because of this region, because of our specifically our notice region, we have given driving, we have given PAN, we have given other option. But the thing is, until unless you have at least one document for identification, or we cannot give you the access of the ABC portal. So the thing is, DigiLocker, you can always create your account, but the thing is, like you have said, there is no option to fetch the documents and all. So it's of no use. Yes, it's of no use. So all the states, especially in our zone, Assam, they have their NRC, Meghalaya, they have their own law over there. We even in Meghalaya, we had one workshop. There this issue was raised. So
Licenses for the ABC creation, but the students cannot access the DigiLocker. So it defeats the very purpose of the DigiLocker.
yes,
So let's try and find out some ways and means to circumvent this. Like we had given some special uh, concessions to the NRC. So
for
if you can
us,
take this forward for us, it would really solve our issues, our problems.
yes, definitely. For this kind of matter, it needs to be escalated from our higher education department. Then only the discussion will go on.
Okay.
For example, Assam, they have this NRC. We had this meeting. Then their governor, from their governor office, they have a written letter with all their challenges and all. They send it to Ministry of Education. Now what we have done is, since student they don't have their Aadhaar because of NRC, what we have done is during the higher secondary board, they have their provisional Aadhaar we have created for Assam specifically, not for any other state. Assam, even if you don't have Aadhaar, we have given them provisional ID. The 12 ID, they'll use the ID. Once they have the NRC, clearance, everything, Aadhaar, then they can use the Aadhaar. But for time being, we have given them provisional ID. But for these such cases, special cases, it needs to be escalated from our department, higher education department, secretary and all. Once they raise this issue in the meeting, because every month they have a review meeting. So if you can raise this issue to our department, definitely they will raise in the meeting. Then the governing body, the authority and all, UGC and MOE, they can discuss, and if possible, they can also come up with provisional ID for our state Mizoram. That can be done. But for us, it's very difficult to make the changes based on your request from one university. We cannot make such changes. So we can always request our department. You can write a letter regarding all the challenges that you are facing. Send it to them. Most definitely, our department, they will send it to us again. Then we can sit and we can discuss regarding this matter. The best possible, maybe provisional ID can be created for special cases for religion.
So for time being the NRC, you have been have an option for provisional Aadhaar. So now that may be the anticipation that in the future they will have the original Aadhaar, or that will be for permanently that provisional Aadhaar can be used.
Yes. So what we have provisional, in a sense, what we have done is we have taken the roll number or the registration number of the student studying in the higher secondary and all, 10, 11, 12 and all, their roll number, the registration. Using the registration, we have created the ID, provisional ID. So once they get the Aadhaar, for that matter, it's very easy for us to do the mapping from the back end. We have the data, nothing else. We just create the provisional, we make it to ABC ID.
So in the case of Mizoram, we are not looking for the provisional Aadhaar. We want the exemption.
Sir, to be very honest, exemption, it will be very difficult because now most probably deadline is 31st December. Next year it will be implemented. Once it's implemented, it goes for all the state, standardized format. Exemption will not be possible. Once it's implemented and ABC everywhere it's required, then your student only, they will face some difficulties. If they want to take any courses online, whatever it may be, then their challenges will come up.
And
So exemption, it will be very difficult, sir.
one more thing, this whether this provisional Aadhaar, whatever, so can it be used for digital verifications with the digital DigiLocker? Can it be?
No. Again, the thing is because so sorry.
Doesn't make sense.
So sorry. So the whole purpose for this provisional Aadhaar is to have an account, ABC account. That's it. Nothing else.
So in that case, the student can have ABC ID through driving license also, PAN card also. So instead of just issuing the provisional Aadhaar, it's no use at all.
No, no. So it's a very useful thing. Just take one thing in consideration. Assam almost they have good number of students. They don't have any documents until unless they go to this NRC process and all. They don't have any document. So now, with at least with this provisional ID, they have their ABC ID. That means they are accumulating their credits. They can redeem. They can take transfer. So they have the flexibility, even if it's implemented. So that is the benefit they are getting from this provisional ID. At least we are giving them this ID. So that is the benefit for this provisional ID.
But they cannot access the DigiLocker. The retrieval part is the most important thing also.
That I understand, ma'am. Until unless you verify with Aadhaar, you cannot fetch any documents.
That is what we're asking, you know.
I understand, ma'am.
There's
That
got to be some form of exemption or concession.
exemption, it will be very difficult, ma'am.
Exemption or concession.
Concession again it will not be possible, to be very honest, because once it's implemented it will be for all the state. So exemption will be difficult. I think we have time, we can discuss. If you have any suggestion as well for us, then you can always share. Suggestion are well taken.
Then the second question now and then we'll just with this.
No one is asking any question. Okay, then with this I will end this session. Thank you so much.
I don't think no one is asking. Withdraw.
Thank you.
So we will just wind up this session. We'll continue up the lunch break. We'll be resuming around 1:30. So I'll be requesting all the participants to be actively participate in the question hours. The next session will be very important. Whatever the issues you are facing regarding the Aadhaar or students, I requested all the participants to collectively take part on it. Thank you. This workshop, the final session, will cover for the question and answer sessions and discussions. And I encourage everyone to actively participate in this sessions and make the most of the opportunity to learn from our expert and make it more interactive. So now I request our Zakierheicha to continue for the final sessions and the question and answers and the discussions. Please, sir.
Very good afternoon to you all. I think we can start our second session. Let's have an interactive session, whatever it may be. If you have any query or any suggestion, or if you want to discuss anything for that matter, please do let me know. I'm ready to take any question now. Anyone, if you want to discuss anything. Yes, sir, please. Anyone? This whole process looks very easy for creation of ID and all, but once you start doing it, you'll get lots of challenges, and there are lots of issues will come up. So if you have any question, it might be silly or not, just ask. We can have a discussion. If,
from your experience, you can tell us what are the challenges.
So you are asking me to share you all the challenges. It will be difficult. So challenges usually, yes sir, please. So sorry.
How the students can access their mark sheet or certificate? Regarding that, that most of the students are making their ABC ID through DigiLocker.
Yes.
Did the DigiLocker give notification or did it push the mark sheet or certificate automatically, or do they enter their credentials for asking, requesting?
Okay, yes, sir. Usually, what will happen is notification it goes to the nodal person, not to the student. So the person who is uploading the data, he get notified because the email, phone, everything is linked. Usually, they get an email regarding the data, whatever they have uploaded, they get a confirmation email. But for the student, what they need to do is, they simply need to go to DigiLocker and then provide their roll number, registration, and the year, and then they can fetch the documents. If the documents are available, they get the documents. So that is the only process. So if I have the slides or not, let me just check once. Yes. So as a student, they go to DigiLocker. If they have an account, they log in, or else they need to create their account. Once the account is created, so this will be the dashboard, his DigiLocker account, personal DigiLocker account. There, you can directly go to search, and then you get lots of criteria. You get central, you get state, and then you go to education. So for us, you need to go to education. Once you go to education, you have again you'll have the list of all the academic institution that has uploaded some data. Digital data are available. So you click on education, you get a search option. In the search option, you write the university name, your parent university name. Automatically, once you click the university, I'll just, if I have, no. So you click the university name, whatever the academic award they have published, for example, mark sheet, diploma, or degree certificate for that matter, if they have uploaded, you get the option in that drop down. So if you want to fetch your mark sheet, you click on mark sheet, automatically you get a drop down. So you need to provide your roll number, your registration, the year of examination, and the month of examination, and then you click on fetch documents. So this is how your digital certificate you can fetch from DigiLocker. So this is the process. But
the thing is, sir, last time when I asked my students from government, I am from government sector college.
Okay, sir.
I told them that they have to access their mark sheet and this certificate also, but for the present students, they cannot access their certificate or mark sheet only. Those are the 2021, I think, exam, something like that. I searched them from the DigiLocker account application, but it doesn't found any data. That's what I'm asking.
So the system is, until unless the university uploads your data. For example, our university, they've uploaded a very good number of data, but you never know that if they have uploaded for your particular college or not. So if your data is not there, if your student even if they go to DigiLocker, data will not, they cannot fetch the data because they're in the depository, the student data is not there. So maybe because of that reason, if the data are there, if the required format are there, roll number, registration, you will fetch your documents if the data are there in the depository. Nah?
Yes.
That is the concept.
So Zakir, regarding the ERP model, we are using the two ERP models in the MJD. One is Summit, another one is our learning spiral. So in the Summit also there is a provision for creating the ABC ID. So as we may create ABC ID through ABC portal also. In both the ways, whether through the Summit, if it is once created, there is no need to create it through the ABC ID, ABC portal.
So the ID that you create, the ID will be set. So if you if you create your ID, it will be the same ID.
So there is
But-
no need to create another ID.
Yes. So somewhat what they do is they integrate with your ERP for the declaration of your result or for the purpose of admission. Smart portal. You'll use the smart portal for admission, result and all. If you are using the admission portal, your student data are already there in your portal. Roll number, not roll number, name, date of birth, whatever the required format is, almost all the data are there. Now, smart people, what they do is, they request our API. They use our API. We give them the access We give them the customer key, PIN, secret to get the access. With that, what they do is you can create your ID, you can verify your ID. So that is one process where you can always create your ID from somewhere, but for that you need to get the ID from our side. We will provide you the credential.
Second point is about the uploading of the students' data. So in the summer, we have been informed that just like we having one format to upload from our NDA ABC portal, but in the summer there is no need for such things. So is there any provisions that once the result is declared through the summer, there is no need to upload any credits or whatever the mark sheet or grade card, whatever so?
So even summer, for declaration, through summer you can declare your result. But the thing is, what you can do is, you can always have a sit down, you can have a meeting with your SAMART team, because SAMART, ABC, NET are all different projects headed by different entities. So for us, what SAMART they do is, since the data are already there, just the header. For example, in our case, we give as CNAME. SAMART and your ERP, it might be student name or whatever the code may be. Ours is CNAME. What you need to do is, they need to match the header. That's it. Once the header are matched, you have your ID. Through SAMART, you push your data to our format. Options are there. SAMART will push from SAMART. You push the data to NET. The data is already pushed. That means if you have your ID, you have your credits, it will obviously get a credit to the student account. So that is the option is there for SAMART. Just that you need to do the mapping. Student name, for example, ours is RR roll number, registration. We have a header. Just the header are different, content are same, even in the case of your ERP. So once you do the mapping, then definitely from SAMART or from your ERP itself, you can push your data to NET in the CSV format.
So coming down to the credit transfer, suppose some student for another university want to take the admission in the third semester or whatever, intermediate semester. So how can we do credit transfers? Can you just give us some detail about how to do it?
So for credit, we have not come up with any circular, so to say, the procedure, the process, how the credit transfer will take place. Still we don't have. Still we are going with the accumulation. We are collecting the credits. Accumulation is going on. But I think sir, even you were there in our UGC meeting. So our honorable chairman sir, he clearly stated that transfer of credit, acceptance of student, it will depend upon the university. If you want to have, if you have an MOU between university, you accept the student. If you have reservation policy, you accept the student. So that is the whole concept. You have the complete autonomy. So under earlier what you used to do was, it was all under UGC. You get the guideline, you do this, you do that. Acceptance, you have a guideline. Now under NEP, you have the right. You can accept. You want to reject the student. That is upon the university. You can do it. So you have the autonomy. You have the right. Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah, I would like to raise one question on the purview of students. Suppose our students, like those who doesn't have other ID card, if they cannot have ID, what will be the drawback? Can you elaborate again? Suppose after they implement, after December, will they face any problem in fellowship and all?
The thing is, in the letter it is written after 31st, the deadline, there will be some blockage. So you cannot make means transfer of credit or else accumulation. I don't think it will be possible. That is what it has written in the letter. But again, we never know, sir. You always get the circular even after deadline. NEP was supposed to be implemented from 2021. We are discussing on 2024. So it's going on until unless, the thing is, until unless you upload data, NEP or ABC, it's a project, we cannot run without the data. If there is no data, if there is no credits.
So sir, that means you are also not clear regarding the
So that one,
drawback.
that is not the drawback. The thing is, even us, we follow the UGC, we follow the Ministry of Education. Whatever guidelines they give us, whatever the order is, we forward the case, that's it. For us.
Okay, my second question regarding other PAN card or this driving license. Suppose the students have these three options. but they cannot log in. Suppose there is a chance that the other number is not working. What will be the alternative option?
So in that case, there will not be any suppose. You will get the access.
That means we have like we will apply for another Aadhaar card or something.
No. If you have an Aadhaar card, you will get the access. Your ID will be created. If in case, just for special case, if there is any discrepancy for that matter, we are always there. Our team are there. We see you can always connect anytime. But the thing is, it will not happen.
It will not happen. How
It will not happen.
you mean? So
Yes.
the one who is sitting next to me, that woman, I don't know.
Okay.
She told me that I tried with other, it's not working.
See,
One card, anything
the thing is,
that you mentioned is not working.
no. The thing is, we have faced such cases even before. The thing is, for example, I'll just take an example of myself. For example, I have an Aadhaar. I have not updated the mobile number or whatever it may be, and then you have created your ABC ID. So when you want to access your account, you will not get the OTP. Simple as that. Until unless you get the OTP, your account, you cannot get the access. So your updation of your Aadhaar, even it's required. If it's updated up to date with all the correct details, you get the access. But for this matter, OTP authentication needs to be done.
Okay,
So
thank
that
you,
is one
thank you,
case.
thank you.
But in special cases, if anything happens, we are always there, sir. So you can always connect us. You can always connect another person from our university. We are there. We can connect. We always connect over Google Meet every now and then because it's not possible for me to visit. So we can always connect anytime. We have you. You can always have my number if you need any help. We're there.
So I've got one or two questions.
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. As we sign up from the DigiLocker portal, suppose we choose identity type among host of options, we choose none, right? So I think that was the procedure that we followed. Now suppose it's none, that means they are not mapped with Mizoram University with regard to their individuality, only that they are student of MZU. So to align with their roll number or with their registration number, do the students need to log in again at some point when they were given, or the university themselves will map them in unbeknownst to them? What's going to happen? That's the first question.
Okay.
Second question is, can we have a template of the bulk creation, which seems very enticing for our college, because we've got 2,000 students, out of which 380 could not make their this ABC as of now today. So what are the criteria required for bulk creation? And then thirdly, can I or press your answer? Okay. A situation arises in which one student is enrolled as a science student, finishes his first semester, BSc, and now is enrolled in another college, has got his ABC ID in that science college, first semester, all papers clear, he's got his credits and all. Now he's come to arts college, BA now, that credits already credited into his account, and would that disrupt, because creating another ABC is not possible, and he doesn't want to delete his BSc marks because at some point he may want to pursue again. So what would we do with that? We've got situation there. Thank you. Three questions.
Thank you so much for your question. First one, the main reason for us to give the none option in the drop down is that many universities, they have just a registration number, and registration number, it's issued by the central university, and all. It takes time to give the registration number. Some university, so they don't have roll number, they have registration, but to get the registration, it takes time. The processing, it takes time. So in the meantime, they cannot create the ID. For that reason only, we have given the drop down for none. So once the ID is created, none, ID creation is done. What you can do is, if you want, then you can always update the detail. But the process is, you go to DigiLocker, you go and fetch your documents. Simple as that. In that process, it will ask for the registration or roll number, whatever they want to provide, or for that matter, you can always select the drop down in the university institute type. Once you select, automatically it will start reflecting in our parent body dashboard. That is one scenario. Or else, even if you select none, Thing is, credit ID creation is one part. Let's take it that way. One part. Credit accumulation is again one part. Credit transfer will go by one part. ID you have created, you have shared with your university. Once they start uploading the data, automatically in the ABC account, your credit will show. Total accumulation will show. In the drop down, you will see the Mizoram University. This much credit you have earned from Mizoram University. You will see the subject-wise breakdown as well. So, if you want to say rectify your details, modify or change your detail, you can do it. Or else, even if, without changing the detail, you can always proceed with uploading of data. That can be done. And what was your second question? I totally forgot. The third one, I'm sorry. The third one, I think you have asked. Second one, I got it. So you have asked regarding the bulk.
Yeah.
So bulk is one. Earlier, what we did was we have given all the rights to the student. Earlier, we did it that way. Initially, when the project was implemented, student had all the rights to creation of ID. But the university, we're facing lots of challenges because apart from creating of ID, uploading, they have many other important works to do. The person in charge. For that reason, what we have done is we have given utility. Utility in a sense, you get the option of bulk uploading. For example, in your case, since you are the person in charge for your college, we give you the format. You collect the data of all the students in that format, give it to our nodal person. He uploads on your behalf at one go, 10,000, 50, 1 lakh, your ID creation is done. So that is one way, and it's more convenient. Verification is not required. If, for example, if it's bulk, chances are there some ID will not get generated. But the reason invalid in the invalid remarks column, you get even the reason why the ID is not created. Many times it has to do with the name, usually mismatch of name with the other. So that is one case you get, or else bulk is convenient. You can always go with ABC, so you can always request a student to create the ID, then you can collect. So it depends. Whichever you want, you can go with that one.
In which case, sir, do you have a template that in your computer just for us to see that?
Template?
Yeah, bulk.
There is no internet connection,
Oh, okay.
but so this is the one. So usually our university, they'll have this account. So in the utility, if you go, there is ABC ID creation in bulk. So there is one sample here, but I cannot. Usually the data are Aadhaar name, your date of birth, your roll number, your registration, name as per Aadhaar. That's it. So if your details are correct as per Aadhaar, then your ID is created. Registration roll number is there, but even if you give the data, your ID will be created. Even if you don't give, your ID will be generated. So that way you can go with bulk. I hope I was able to answer your query. And the third one, I think you have asked regarding
One student who's got his credit already. Yeah, BA,
same thing on
BSc
that
to B.
one. So, for example, if a student is leaving a course in half or after completion means once the credits are redeemed, obviously he'll get his or her certificate. That means that credit is of no use, sir. Redeem, you get your certificate. Halfway, if you want to redeem, you have the option, you get your diploma certificate. So your credits are already redeemed. Redeemed credits are of no use. So if you take admission in other university, ID will be the same. If you want to change the name, similarly, you can just go to DigiLocker. You delete your fetch data ID. If I'm making any sense, you just delete your certificate ABC ID. You go to again education and refetch the ID. In the drop down, you select the new university that you are taking the admission. Your details get updated in there. Or else, even if you don't update it, in the description, in the breakdown, so basically this is how it looks. So if you see, name will be there, university name. So you have the name, you have the description, how many credits you have earned from Mizoram, you are from Meghalaya, whatever it may be, you get the breakdown. So once it's completed, you redeem, you get your certificate. That's the basic concept. So it will not have any issue. Even if you take transfer from one university to another university, it will not have any issue. So regarding transfer, still we are developing the mechanism, the process, how it will, the work is going on. It's not yet completed. Just last month we had this review meeting. As per UGC guideline, we are preparing the transfer mechanism.
So the question is, suppose we have 29 affiliated colleges. Suppose A college student want to transfer to B college. So in that case, there will be no need for creation the another ABC ID. The same ABC ID, because it is under the same university, there might not be used for any another ABC ID.
That can be done. So I'll just give an example. The thing is, since we don't have the mechanism to do it in our portal, it's not yet activated. Simple as that. Even if you request for transfer, you will not be able to do it from the portal because we have not developed the portal yet. It's under construction, it's under implementation, it's going on. But recently, even some universities have done manually, offline mode. The offline mode you can do it. Still, you have all the rights. You can do it offline. You can transfer.
No.
So actually, the college-wise, they are not registering itself in the ABC or the DigiLocker. As a Mizoram University, it has been registered in the name of Mizoram University. So whatever the college under the Mizoram University, if the college transfer is within happening in the Mizoram University, then whether there is any need for transfer of the credit from one college to another.
No, it's not good. Same college. But afterwards, that is what I'm saying. Still, we don't have the proper guideline. In a sense, whether from one university to another university, one college to another college, what will be the minimum guideline? So this college can go to this great college. This is your grade. This university. We don't have this mechanism yet. Once it's done, it will start implementing. For time being, even because these are rare cases, transfer from one semester, hardly one student will get transferred to other college. That can be done offline mode.
It is done offline then. I think there is no issue because as a college isn't registered, as an university, until unless it is within the Mizoram University, there should be no
Yes, sir,
issue.
please.
Because we are registered as a MJD.
Before uploading the documents, you need to convert the file into a zip file. Do we necessarily to do it, or if there's another possibility to upload in another file system
So
other than zip code?
no, zip is the format because the size of this is just for your information. You don't have to upload the data, but still then zip because the size of the file it's become less KB. Or else if you start uploading the Excel, it's in MB. So once you zip the file, it's in KB. So because it's a depository, you have a storage. So we are making use of that for that reason only, nothing else. Size of the file, once it's converted to into zip, it become hardly 1 to 2 KB and all, na? Because of that reason, not for any other reason. But for uploading, because of that reason, I have not explained the uploading process. There's a lengthy way of uploading. There's a procedure. So uploading, we will not be uploading because we don't have the issuing rights. Once you have the issuing rights, we give you the portal, you upload the data. So for now, uploading will be done from our university.
Yeah, but is it still possible? Other formats other
No,
than
sir. We
zip?
are going with zip only, sir. Just to reduce the size of the file.
Okay, thank
For
you.
that reason only.
Keep on going.
Zakir, one last question.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
We have been instructed that from 2021 onwards, we have to upload the students' data. So will this be covered the professional courses that we have in a certain professional courses running under the MJDU? And second is that whether this uploading of data will be confined for only the NEP courses which are under the NEP or irrespective of NEP or whatever, so will whatever the admission took place from 2021 onwards we have to upload.
So if you are following the credit system, you'll have to upload the data.
So it's not related to NEP at all.
NEP, if you have implemented the NEP, you can upload the data, but as per the guideline, 2021 admission year. Those who have taken admission from 2000 onwards, till that, you need to upload their mark sheet with ABC ID. In simple term, mark sheet, ABC ID, credit.
Okay.
So because even if you give the marks and all, it will not reflect in the student account. Only the credits, whatever they have earned, it will reflect in the account. So I'll request you to upload the data for all the batches.
Okay. Thank you.
I think we have uploaded a very good number of data till date. Anyone, if you want to discuss anything, if you have any suggestion, you can always share with us. Just one suggestion from my side. If you don't have any questions, or then I'll just have one. So, just one suggestion from my side. Since you have lots of affiliated colleges, so it will be much better if we follow a standardized format for creating the ABC ID. For example, if you're going with bulk, it has to be for bulk for all the colleges, so that we have the complete data, and even the verification would be much easier. So if you're following bulk, that way you can do it. Or else, if you're going with ABC, then it will take a lot of time for you to verify your data before uploading. So keeping in mind with the deadline and all, since we have to comply with the deadline, if we can go with bulk, I think it will be more convenient, much convenient for all of us. We give them the format, the header, the bulk header. And for special cases, like you have said, for religion matter and all, we can always put forward to the UGC team. Because I'm not the right person, we can always put forward to the UGC team, since they are the authoritating body. We will be sitting together in a meeting. Definitely, I'll put forward the case as well. Anyone, anything, if you want to discuss anything, you can discuss anything not related to ABC as well. If you want to discuss again DigiLocal, that can be done. You can ask any question. I think after lunch, I think all of us are a little bit tired. Okay, so I think I have, okay, I'll explain it again, no issue. So DigiLocker, it's for all of us, for all the citizens. NAT is for the academic institution, those who have the right to issue the academic awards, issuing out university, autonomous college and all. They have the issuing rights, so they can register on NAT. ABC is for the student. It's like a bank account. You create your bank account, your credit, you get your credit in your account, your money and all. So you want to withdraw, you want to redeem, then you can do it. You want to transfer it, that can be done. So ABC student, NAT academic institution, DigiLocker for all the students. So for all that, you need DigiLocker for your authentication.
So two questions. How and when are credits calculated? And then how will credits be used? And how are credits going to be used?
So credits accumulation,
Yeah.
accumulation, right?
Yes.
So credit accumulation, it will be done only once your university start uploading with your ABC ID. Simple term. I'll not go into the guideline, the header, create little bit of confusion. So our university, you create, student create the ABC ID, you collect the ABC ID, they do the uploading in that Excel file, there is a header, you put the ABC ID, and then once they upload the credit, automatically your student ABC account will get the credit semester wise. Redemption of the credit is totally upon the student. He wants to redeem after 1 year, he gets the diploma. After 1 year, after taking rest for 1 year, second year, if he or she wants to continue, he has the right, he can do it. So that way, they can redeem the credit. Once the course is complete, obviously, redemption will happen, then they get the certificate accordingly. So that is the procedure, sir. Any more? Anyone? I think we have, at least we have, I think, time. I think we can discuss. If you have anything to discuss, we can discuss. I know the process, it looks very easy while we do it, but once you start doing for all your students, then you'll face some problem. For 1-2% is very easy, but once you start doing for all the students, then, because at one go it will not create your ID. There will be some discrepancy in the records and all. You need to verify, then the process, it takes time. So if you have any questions, anything, if you have suggestions, just let me know, we can discuss. And just for you all to know, I'll just show it. So our VC, we have a VC support team. So if any one of you, if you have any, if while creating the ID, if you face any difficulty, you can directly join our VC. So Monday to Friday, we have a VC support team backend. So 2:30 to 5:30, you can always join the VC. Our teams are there, will assist you. So if you face any difficulty, you can just directly join the VC. Just go to nat.digilocker. I don't have the internet access right now, but digilocker, nat.digilocker, you go to support, then automatically you get the link. Click on the link, you get an access to the VC, where our support team are there to assist you. So you can always join Monday to Friday. Or else, if you want, you can always get in touch with our nodal officer as well. He's quite equipped with all the procedure. Since we have Mizoram University, I think among the Northeast state, we are doing quite well. So we have uploaded a very good number of data, and even our data is with credits we have uploaded up to date for the campus. I'm talking about a campus. Affiliated, we're yet to start with. Anything, anyone? If there is no one, then I think we can end this session. So you have any question? You want to discuss anything, we can discuss. I think with this I can end my session. Thank you so much for your time.
So now we come to the conclusion of our final sessions. I again thankful to all the participants for your active participations, and I hope that all the concerns in the draft has been cleared. So our expert research persons, Mr. Zakierheicha, has quite cleared on all the doubts. So I really thanks to all for the active participations, and moreover I thanks our exam departments, especially our staffs who work so hard to make this event successful. And moreover, I really thanks to our joint registrar who pushed me up to just organize this NDA ABC workshop. So thanks a lot. So with that, we are just closed over this workshop.